Welcome back, I'm Sarah. I'm so excited to have you join me again as we set out on another unforgettable food journey. Today, we're not just tasting food, we're diving nose first into the world's most notoriously pungent dishes. These are the kinds of foods that you can smell from a block away, and they're famous for their bold, unforgettable aromas. These are the foods that clear rooms but draw crowds, the ultimate culinary dare. People travel from all over just to try these legendary bites, and the lines at these stalls prove that curiosity always wins. It's about more than just a strong smell. It's about tradition, preservation, and the surprising deliciousness behind a challenging first impression. Many of these recipes have been passed down for generations, and each one tells a story about the culture and people who created it. We'll explore why these foods smell the way they do, and why millions cherish them. From fermentation to unique local ingredients, there's a fascinating science behind every whiff and every bite. One person's stinky is another's delicacy. What might make you wrinkle your nose could be someone else's favorite comfort food, and that's the beauty of exploring new flavors. So take a deep breath or plug your nose and get ready for an adventure that will test your limits and expand your palate. Whether you're a daring foodie or just curious, there's something here for everyone. Let's get started on our quest for the world's stinkiest street foods. I promise, by the end of this episode, you'll see and smell street food in a whole new way. Our first stop is Sweden, a country known for its breathtaking landscapes, rich traditions, and unique culinary heritage. Here, we find the infamous Surströmming, a dish that has both fascinated and challenged adventurous eaters from around the world. Surströmming starts with Baltic herring, a small fish caught in the cold northern waters. The herring is lightly salted, then left to ferment for months, first in large wooden barrels where natural bacteria begin their work, and then in sealed cans that continue to ferment until they bulge with pressure. Opening a can is a spectacle in itself, often done outdoors to avoid the overwhelming blast of pungent, acidic, almost cheesy aroma that escapes. The smell is so notorious that airlines have even banned Surströmming from flights. But for those who brave the initial shock, a surprisingly complex flavor awaits: salty, tangy, and deeply umami, with a texture that's both tender and rich. Traditionally, Surströmming is enjoyed in a klämma, a sandwich made with soft Swedish flatbread, creamy butter, boiled potatoes, crisp onions, and the star ingredient, fermented herring. The creamy potatoes and sharp onions help balance the fish's intense saltiness and acidity, creating a harmony of flavors that's both bold and satisfying. Surströmming is a relic from before refrigeration, a survival food that has transformed over centuries into a cherished delicacy, connecting modern Swedes to their ancestors' resourcefulness. Every year, Swedes gather for Surströmmingsskiva, lively Surströmming parties that celebrate this tradition, turning a simple meal into a communal ritual filled with laughter, music, and shared stories. It's more than just a stinky fish. It's a taste of history, resilience, and the Swedish spirit of togetherness. The Swedes who love it aren't crazy. They're honoring a flavor woven into their heritage, passing down a tradition that unites generations. Surströmming reminds us that food is about more than taste. It's about community, memory, and the stories we share around the table. If you dare to try it, Surströmming promises one of the world's most unforgettable food experiences. Would you be brave enough to take a bite and join in this remarkable Swedish tradition? Next, we hit the night markets of Taiwan, following the unmistakable scent of Stinky Tofu. The secret? A brine of fermented milk, veggies, meat, and shrimp, sometimes aged for years. Tofu soaks up this funky bath, then gets deep fried to crispy perfection. The result? A crunchy shell, creamy inside, and a smell that's pure legend. Served with chili sauce and pickled cabbage, it's a staple snack for all walks of life. The first bite is a revelation: umami-rich, tangy, and addictive. Stinky Tofu challenges our ideas of what good food should smell like. It's a cultural icon and a must-try for the adventurous. Would you brave the funk? Now, let's journey to Southeast Asia for a taste of the king of fruits, durian. Revered and reviled in equal measure, this fruit is a true icon of the region. instantly recognizable by its formidable, spiky shell and unmistakable aroma. Its tough, armored exterior protects a creamy treasure within, but the smell, that's the stuff of legend. Some describe it as heavenly, like rich custard with hints of almond, while others compare it to rotting onions, turpentine, or even gym socks. The scent is so powerful, it can be detected from meters away. In fact, the aroma is so intense that durian is banned from many hotels, airports, and public transport across Southeast Asia. Signs warning "no durian" are a common sight in cities like Singapore and Bangkok. But for those who dare to open it, the reward is a rich, custardy flesh that's both sweet and savory, with a complex flavor profile that can include notes of caramel, garlic, and even a hint of bitterness. There are hundreds of durian varieties, each with its own unique taste and texture, inspiring fierce loyalty and passionate debate among fans. Some prefer the buttery D24, while others swear by the bittersweet Musang King. Durian's influence goes far beyond the fruit itself. Its bold flavor finds its way into ice cream, pastries, candies, and even coffee, making it a staple in both traditional and modern Southeast Asian cuisine. Eating durian is a social ritual, often enjoyed outdoors with friends and family, where laughter and lively conversation fill the air as the fruit is shared and savored. For many, trying durian for the first time is a memorable experience, sometimes shocking, sometimes delightful, but always unforgettable. It teaches us not to judge by smell alone because there's real magic inside. Durian is more than just a fruit. It's a cultural cornerstone, celebrated in festivals and markets, and a rite of passage for adventurous food lovers across Asia. So, would you be brave enough to try the king of fruits and discover its secrets for yourself? Off to Japan for Nattō, the ultimate acquired taste. Fermented soybeans, sticky and stringy with a pungent ammonia-like aroma. Stirred with mustard and soy sauce, then spooned over hot rice. The texture is slimy, the flavor nutty, and deeply umami. Revered as a superfood, Nattō is packed with protein and health benefits. It's a breakfast staple for many, a challenge for newcomers. Nattō embodies the Japanese love of umami and the transformative power of fermentation. Would you give it a try? In China, we find the century egg, a preserved egg transformed by clay, ash, and thyme. The white becomes a translucent jelly. The yolk turns creamy, dark, and rich. The aroma, ammonia and sulfur, sharp and unforgettable. But the taste is mild, savory, and complex, like a funky blue cheese. Sliced and served with soy sauce and ginger, or melted into congee, it's a delicacy born from ancient preservation. The century egg challenges our senses and rewards the brave. It's a beautiful example of culinary ingenuity. Would you try a bite of history? Let us know in the comments. No list of pungent foods is complete without Korea's national dish kimchi. Fermented cabbage, radish, or cucumber mixed with chili, garlic, ginger, and salted seafood. The result is a spicy, tangy, deeply funky side dish served with almost every meal. As kimchi ferments, its aroma and flavor deepen. Fresh is crisp, old is sour and bold. Kimchi is the soul of Korean cuisine and a symbol of community. The annual Gimjang, when families gather to make kimchi for winter, is a UNESCO heritage event. Kimchi's aroma is the smell of Korean culture. Vibrant, bold, and full of life. How do you like your kimchi? Next, we brave Iceland's notorious Hákarl, fermented Greenland shark. The fresh meat is toxic, so it's buried, pressed, and left to ferment for months, then hung to dry. The result? Cubes of shark with an ammonia-rich, eye-watering aroma. The taste starts mild, then hits you with a lingering punch. Hákarl is a rite of passage, often chased with Brennivin, Iceland's Black Death schnapps. It's a direct link to Viking survival and Icelandic resilience. Eating Hákarl is about tasting history, not just food. Would you take the challenge? Let us know if you dare to try it. Onward to our next stinky stop. From Iceland, we head to Europe for Limburger cheese, famous for its body odor aroma. The secret? Brevibacterium linens, the same bacteria found on human skin. As it ripens, the cheese gets softer and the smell intensifies. Traditionally served on rye bread with raw onion and spicy mustard, it's a bold, creamy, umami-packed experience. The flavor is much more nuanced than the smell suggests, savory, tangy, and rich. Limburger is a cheese for the fearless, best enjoyed with a strong beer. Would you try a bite, or does the smell keep you away? Share your thoughts below. Now, to Greenland for Kiviak, one of the world's most extreme fermented foods. Hundreds of small seabirds are stuffed whole into a seal skin, sealed and buried to ferment for months. When unearthed, the aroma is intense, ripe cheese and decay. Traditionally, you bite off the bird's head and suck out the liquefied insides. Kiviak is a vital source of nutrients during harsh Arctic winters and a symbol of survival. It's a cherished delicacy at celebrations, deeply tied to Inuit heritage. This is preservation at its most primal. Would you be brave enough to try Kiviak? Let us know in the comments. Our final stop, Thailand's Isan region for Pla Ra, fermented fish sauce at its funkiest. Freshwater fish, salt, and rice bran ferment for months, creating a thick, earthy, intensely pungent condiment. The smell is powerful, but Pla Ra is the soul of Isan cuisine. Boiled before use, it adds deep umami to dishes like som tum, green papaya salad. It's a taste of place, tradition, and bold flavor. Once you acquire the taste, it's addictive. Pla Ra proves that the funkiest smells often lead to the best flavors. Would you try it? That's our whirlwind tour of the world's stinkiest foods. Behind every strong aroma is a story of culture, survival, and community. These foods challenge our senses and reward the adventurous. What's the stinkiest food you've tried? Did you love it or hate it? Share your stories below. If you enjoyed this journey, hit like and subscribe for more culinary adventures. Until next time, stay curious and keep eating.